Let's be honest, for most CEOs, your LinkedIn profile is kinda an afterthought, right? It's that digital resume you maybe update once a year. But what if I told you it's your most underutilized business asset? Well, today we're gonna open the playbook that transforms your profile from just a static page into an actual revenue-driving engine for your business.
Think about it. Before anyone, a potential client, a star hire, a key investor, ever shakes your hand, what's the first thing they do? They look you up online. Their very first impression of you happens right there on your LinkedIn page. So the real question is, what story is your profile telling on your behalf?
This is the whole mindset shift we're talking about. It's really simple. Stop seeing LinkedIn as a resume. Start seeing it for what it is: a powerful, dynamic tool you can use to drive sales, attract the best talent, and build rock-solid credibility. It's not just some document. It's basically your digital headquarters.
And that's exactly why we call it your digital handshake. I mean, in today's world, this is the first point of contact. It's your first shot to build trust and show your authority before you even get on a call.
And hey, this isn't just a hunch or some theory. The research is clear. The huge majority of clients, investors, and potential hires are absolutely going to check out your profile before they even think about meeting with you. It's like this silent screening process that's opening or closing doors for you without you even knowing it.
Okay, so how do you make sure that digital handshake is a strong one? Well, it all starts with mastering that first impression. We're talking about those immediate visual things that completely shape how someone sees you in just a few seconds. This brings us to what I call the 3-second rule. Seriously, that's all the time you get. 1, 2, 3. And in that tiny window, a visitor has to get who you are, what you do, and why on earth they should care. And you know what the number one thing is for passing this test? It's your banner image. And the formula here is super simple. Your banner just needs 3 key things. First, a professional image or background to show you mean business. Second, your company's logo for instant brand recognition. And third, a super clear value proposition. We're talking 10 words or less that makes them want to learn more. All right, next up, your profile photo. The magic number to remember here is 60%. Your face should take up at least 60% of that little circle. This isn't the time for a vacation photo with a pretty background. It's all about making a direct personal connection. And beyond that 60% rule, there are a few other, well, they're pretty much non-negotiable rules. Look straight at the camera. That shows confidence. Make sure you're the only person in the photo so there's no confusion. And please, please use a recent professional picture. It has to look like the person who's going to walk into the meeting tomorrow. Okay, visuals are locked in. Now we're moving on from the pictures to the words. It's time to craft your value pitch. And this is where the words you choose become absolutely critical for telling your story fast and making it stick. You know, your headline is probably the single most wasted piece of real estate on all of LinkedIn. Most CEOs, they just put their job title, CEO at Company X. But that headline follows you everywhere. Every time you post, every time you comment. It's your digital elevator pitch, and it gets seen hundreds, maybe even thousands of times. And just look at the difference here. It's huge. CEO at Innovate Inc. Okay, that's a fact. But CEO at Innovate Inc. / driving growth through disruptive tech? Now that is a value proposition. One is just a label, the other is an invitation to learn more. And that tiny change completely transforms how people see you. And here is the formula. It's so easy to do. You start with your current role so everyone knows who you are. Then you add a little visual separator, like that vertical line or a dash. And right after that, you drop in a short, powerful tagline that explains what you actually do. That's the whole secret. Okay, next up, let's turn your profile into a legit traffic engine. Your LinkedIn shouldn't be some isolated island. No, it needs to be a bridge that actively sends interested people straight to your company's website where they can actually, become a customer or a client.
And you've basically got 2 great ways to do this. If you're someone who posts content every week, then the premium custom button is an absolute must-have. It lets you add a call to action to every single post. But even if you don't post that often, just adding a direct link to your website right there in your profile is still a super effective and easy way to get those clicks. All right, let's talk about a section that so many people just completely ignore. It's the featured section. Think of this as your personal trophy case. It's that big visual space right near the top of your profile, and it's literally designed to let you show off media that proves you know what you're talking about. So, what should you put in there? Well, think social proof. We're talking about articles that have been written about you or your company, videos of you giving a presentation, even your own best performing LinkedIn posts. See, this isn't you just saying you're an expert, this is you actually proving it. So, once you've grabbed their attention and built that initial credibility, it's time to go a little deeper and build a real connection. This is where we get into the parts of your profile that are all about storytelling. Yeah, it's all about sharing what you do and, more importantly, why you do it. This really gets to the core of your About section. It is not just a laundry list of your skills. It's the spot where you share your mission, your purpose, your why. And that's what really connects with people and builds genuine trust. Now, to nail this, you've got to use the first person. Talk like you. Use bullet points and lots of line breaks so it's super easy to read, especially on a phone. And try to blend your personal journey with your company's mission. Humanize your profile a bit. That's how you go from just being a job title to being a real person that people actually want to connect with. And you know what? The exact same idea applies to your experience section. Please don't just list your role and the company name. Honestly, that tells people nothing. Use that space to talk about what your company does and, even better, the kind of impact you're making. And you can really power this section up. Toss in some key metrics if you can, things like revenue growth or new markets you've entered. Add some media, a picture of your product, a shot of your team, something to make it pop. And really try to connect the dots, showing how your past roles all led you to where you are now. It creates a much stronger story. So, when you pull all of this together, that sharp first impression, the crystal clear value pitch, and that deeper, compelling story, you create something really powerful. Your profile stops being this static, boring page, and it becomes your 24/7 representative, always out there working for you. It is always on, always representing you. So, I guess the final question I want to leave you with is this. Is your LinkedIn profile actively working for you? Is it building your brand, driving leads, and attracting amazing talent? Or is it just kind of there? At the end of the day, the choice is yours.